All right, there we go. Good afternoon, everybody. I don't know if that was encouraging enough. Welcome to DuePoint. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. A good afternoon to everyone who's tuned in around the country. Jane is on our live stream, so I'm sure she'll be happy to know who you are, where you are, how many guests you have with you. Always intrigued who's hiding behind the live stream while they watch us. This afternoon, we're excited because we are going to be giving away a brand new Apple iPhone 5S for the people that partook in the Election Day XP Quest. So we're going to do that at the end of the presentation. I've got a whole bunch of names here in a jar that we're going to be doing a draw of, and there'll be one person going home with a nice Apple iPhone at the end of the presentation. All right, so let's begin. The presentation should only take 35 minutes, so reserve any questions you have till after the presentation. I'm sure someone is hosting you today, so you can speak to them straight after the presentation. I'm sure they can answer any questions that you might have. All right, so as you can see, we're a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Now, Constantia is a registered insurance company. We have been around for nearly 70 years. You might not have heard of Constantia. They typically have never dealt with the public before. They've only dealt with other financial businesses. But for the first time through this division that we formed 3 years ago called DuePoint, are we now speaking directly to you, the public. So a couple of factors came together when we formed DuePoint. We had a number of aspirations for this business. You can decide whether we meet those aspirations or not, but they're fairly important factors because it gives you a lot of understanding to what DuePoint is trying to do in South Africa. So number one, economic and risk factors. This is mostly from your point of view. I suspect that you here watching this presentation, you've been dragged to Bryanston or in front of this live stream, wondering what on earth you're going to be exposed to. But your interest was piqued primarily because you're interested in making additional money. Not so. You're here for the cash, for the additional income, or at least the promise of additional income. This is mostly to mitigate a lot of the risk factors that we are finding ourselves exposed to currently in the market. You wouldn't be looking for something extra if your employment was the answer to all our problems, right? If your job was paying you nicely, giving you an increase every year in line with inflation, you were getting the promotion when you worked hard, retirement was looking great for you, your investments were looking wonderful, you would not be here today. This business serves the necessity that we find ourselves within at the moment. So we've offered what we call an opportunity of social entrepreneurship. We have decided to partner with the public, right? And so your mandate has become to help us grow DuePoint. And for helping us grow DuePoint, we reward you. And what we want you to do is help us create better channels of distribution. So typically a lot of the companies we had in the past, I've been involved in my own businesses. Brendan, the head executive, he's been involved in a number of financial businesses. We've always employed traditional forms of marketing and advertising, like most companies do. You go out and you market and advertise your business through those traditional channels, advertising on TV, on billboards, in the newspaper, whatever channel you decide to advertise. But what we've done with DuePoint is we've created this opportunity of social entrepreneurship, and by which you're going to help us build channels of distribution by going out and connecting other people via word of mouth. It's like going to a good movie or a good restaurant. You go tell other people, right? It's becoming an extremely effective way of marketing for a lot of businesses. So a lot of corporates globally are now adopting what we call referral marketing or network marketing or word of mouth marketing. And that's typically how this business works. So your mandate is to go out and build what we call these channels of distribution, right? By connecting people, by telling them about DuePoint. If you're successful in connecting people to our business who ultimately become wealth engineers and product owners here at DuePoint, that's you being successful in helping us grow channels of distribution. And there are a number of benefits that you stand in line to benefit from if you're able to do this. Now, these benefits are very specific to the DuePoint system. There are many business opportunities out in South Africa. They don't offer you the benefits that DuePoint offer you. And so if you're going to go look at other opportunities, right, be aware of the different benefits that each of the opportunities lies. I think if you compare DuePoint's benefits to any other wealth creation business in the country, we will come out on top every single time. So primarily you get to create additional income. All right, that goes without saying. But the nature of the income is very important because here at DuePoint you have the ability to make money while you're sleeping. I love the confused look when people look at me and go, what is he talking about? We refer to this in investment circles as passive income or annuity income or recurring income. It really is the opportunity to create income while you're sleeping. My father said to me, he told me it was possible in business to do this. My dad's a gold miner. He's involved in mining. They don't make money while they're sleeping. Maybe when he's sleeping, a night shift is working, but there have to be people doing mining and processing on the mines to produce any income. A lot of us are entrenched in that constraint. As employees, you are paid a salary based on activity. Always activity, on time. Your contract specifically states you work from 9 to 5, 8 hours a day, or whatever it is, every single day of the week for the month, and if you do that, you get paid a salary. Unfortunately, if anything threatens that, your income is threatened. Your livelihood is threatened. If you get sick and you can't go to work, how many days of sick days do you have at work? Do you even know? Have you read your contract? I don't even know. I haven't been that sick, fortunately, but it's probably 6, 7, maybe 10 days. That's it. Once you run out of that, your boss isn't going to carry on paying you, then you have to resign, right? If you get retrenched, your income ends. If you get to retirement age, your income ends. When you die, your income ends. Do you see? These are all specific things specific to these environments of working, of activity-based income, sales-based income, commission-based income, activity-based income that threaten our livelihoods. DuePoint is able to get around that risk by offering you recurring income because we don't pay you for your activity. We pay you for the channel of distribution that you build here at DuePoint, right? I'm going to expand a little more on that when we talk about the value of assets. Power duplication, it's your opportunity to go out and build a team around you. A team can be way more effective in helping you build a channel rather than you basing your success solely on your activity. Build a team. A team can build a channel much faster, much greater than you can on your own. So take advantage of that benefit. And then our business is extremely flexible in the fact that you can run and build your channel of distribution from your mobile phone. We've got a mobile app that runs on your smartphone. You can build this business anywhere in the country at any time of the day, right? There's no startup capital. We've removed the risk from we've removed the risk from entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is typically fraught with risk. Go speak to anyone who's tried to start a business. We have the statistics. The statistics show that by year 5, only about 5% of new businesses are still around. Those are pretty bad odds. I wouldn't know if I would like to sink life savings, all my time in the day into a business that's got a 5% chance of getting past the 5-year mark. What we've done with DuePoint is we've removed all of that risk, right? We don't have registration fees. We don't have starter kits that you have to buy. There's no bulk products that you have to buy and go home with today. We've made this a business as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. Why? Because you're at liberty to try do DuePoint, to try do this DuePoint system, to try build a channel of distribution without the fear of risk being involved. That's very important, right? And then at the same time, we don't have any qualifications or experience requirements. Most importantly, and this is tied to recurring income, you get to build an asset that you own. Your channel of distribution at DuePoint, you have legal tender over it. It means you can sell it. Right? We've had wealth engineers sell their businesses for whatever reason. If your business is producing 5,000 Rand a month, don't you think someone would want to buy that if it's got 5,000 Rands worth of recurring income every single month? That's equivalent of having 1 million Rand in a bank account that's affording you interest every month. It also means that this asset that you've built doesn't retire you. It doesn't retrench you. It doesn't disappear when you die. How many of us get to pass wealth onto the next generation once we've passed over? Very few South Africans get to do that, right? Very few. This is your opportunity to start sacrificing time over and above the work that you have to do every day. Your day job's going to pay for your bills, but we're not here to pay for bills. We're here to create wealth. I assume everyone here wants to become wealthy. Maybe you didn't think about that coming to this presentation. Maybe you only thought, I just want a little bit extra to get by. This business is not about getting by. This business is about thriving. It's about prosperity. It's about creating wealth. It's about beating the odds. The statistics in South Africa are not great for the common South African, right? There's no rosy outlook for many of us. 95% of South Africans can't even afford retirement. Who wants to be looking for a job at the age of 65 because they have to? Right? The prospects for us are not good. But in this bubble at DuePoint, we're going to beat those odds. And so I want you to start thinking of the possibility of becoming a wealthy individual through this business. And then finally, we don't have any selling involved at DuePoint. We remove that responsibility from you entirely. You're not going to be going out and trying to sell or market, publish DuePoint products. You're going to be going out and just connecting people to the opportunity of DuePoint. Just the opportunity, right? That's the number one commodity in South Africa, is opportunity. People are looking for opportunity everywhere because of necessity. And so if you can just connect someone, if you can speak to someone and say, 35 minutes of your life, come look at the presentation. That's all you have to do, right? And if those people ultimately become wealth engineers and product owners, that is you building a channel of distribution. And that is where your success is predicated upon. So it begins with you. Today, as a guest, you might decide, yes, I want to take advantage of this opportunity. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner here at DuePoint, and now you start connecting other people. In this example, we've got 5 people that you've connected into your channel, right? The beginning of your channel of distribution. Those 5 individuals that you connected became wealth engineers because of the opportunity, right? And product owners. And so they will go out and start connecting other people at the same time. Not all of them. There's always one lazy person. See that one lazy person still sitting on the couch today. We've been here for 3 years. But some of the people that you connect will go out and start connecting other individuals. And that is where the power of duplication lies in this business. This is where you're afforded the opportunity to build a channel that grows exponentially. Not like your salary at your day job, which is maybe getting 3% a year. Who even got 3% this year? Increase. Not one person. Did you? There you go. See, 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. There's always one. We're all going to come ask you for money after the presentation. But this is what your channel could look like after some time, right? This is power duplication. This is the asset that you own. This is what's affording you what we call a return every single month. This is the recurring income that you're able to generate. And the beautiful thing is this can grow every single day. It's not fixed like your salary. You can grow this business by 3% in a day if you want to. And so we must realize that the power lies with us, not with the economy, not with our employer, not with what our boss thinks of us, not with what degree we have or we don't have, not with the work experience that we might have or might not have. It lies with us. The power to build income lies with you, right? And this is why this business can be so liberating for people. Because when we work in employment, we're told what station in life we have, aren't we? It's all based on education and experience. And they'll say, oh no, you will work here. This is how much you will earn. You will never get to that level. You want to go overseas on a 5-star holiday? You can't do that. You should have worked harder at school. You should have got experience. You should have got 2 degrees. You should have got a good job. This business flies in the face of all those assumptions. So this is your channel of distribution. This is what we're going to be building. The money that we pay our wealth engineers at the end of every single month is what we call our returns program. Your ability to grow a return every single month. It's based on these very simple mechanics. The first people that you connect to DuePoint, right? There's the example. You've connected 5 people to DuePoint who are product owners. Those 5 people afford you a return of 55 Rand each. Every single person you connect on your first point who pays successfully affords you 55 Rand as a return every single month. If you had 10 people on your first point, you would be earning 550 Rand every month. That's 6,000 Rand a year you've just generated for yourself, right? Because it's not once-off income. It's recurring income. And when those people go out and connect other individuals, we call that your second point. And on your second point, again, we pay 55 Rand for every product owner in your qualified channel. And so if you had 100 people on your first and second point, suddenly you're earning 5,500 Rand a month. That's 60,000 Rand in annual recurring income. And those people go out and connect other individuals, and your channel grows further and further outwards, all the way out to the 8th point. So you see that multiplier drops from 55 Rand to 1 Rand 10 by the 8th point. But we don't limit the size of your channel. From point 8, you will carry on earning that 4% of that base return fee of R27.50 in theory into infinity. There's no limitation on the size of your channel at DuePoint. We don't limit how much you can earn at DuePoint. There's no limitation. Again, do you realize that the power now falls upon your shoulders? If you want to grow this business, go grow the business. No one is stopping you. If you want to grow faster, connect more people on your first point. Right? But always have the patience to allow your channel to grow. You have to do that. Right? You might be the hardest working person in your channel. Your channel will have to catch up to you, I think. Or you might be the slowest working person. You might have a channel that grows faster than you grow. Right? But you have power to grow your channel as fast and as big as you like. People still want to understand, though, well, how much money can I make at DuePoint? How much time is required? How much activity is required of me? How much sacrifice do I have to put into this business to build this channel? So we built this thing called the Path to Success. It's a 5-year projection. Who's got a 5-year plan? No one. Good. Me neither. But I'm going to give you a 5-year plan. No one plans that far ahead, right? A 5-year plan to become a millionaire. Does that sound good? A millionaire in 5 years? 60 months? I'm going to give it to you. The effort required to get to that point only requires you to connect 2 people a month. 2 people a month on your first point. All right? If you do that, by month 6, you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. Everything starts at 0. But at month 6, you could be earning 2,500 Rand a month. Now, this is a wonderful illustration of wealth creation, because we all think that wealth creation is just about earning more money. That's just the half of it. The other half is don't spend your money. If you want to become wealthy, get rid of your debt. Right? Property is the hot topic in South Africa. Everyone wants to own their own property. Well, for now, we've got to bond it, right? Because no one has the cash lying in the bank. And so typically, most South Africans will go out and get a bond from the bank. And typically, the bank will allow you to pay that off over 20, 30 years, right? We call this a bond. So perhaps paying your bond off in half the time. Wouldn't that sound attractive to you? Why take 20 years? Why not pay the house off in 10 years? With 2,500 Rand, you can pay a 1 million Rand bond off in nearly half the time. Your bond will be costing you about 11,500 Rand a month. But if you just put in an extra 20%, that 2,500 Rand that DuePoint suddenly paying you every single month, instead of spending it, you put it into your bond as an additional payment. Your bond term will come down from 20 years to 11.5 years. That's crazy, right? You're only putting in an extra 20%, but the bond term is reducing by nearly 50%. It saves yourself nearly 900,000 Rand in interest that you would have paid to the bank. Get rid of your debt as quickly as possible. If you really want to become wealthy, that's the first stepping stone to wealth, is debt freedom. No debt, no debit orders, no money owed to anyone. By month 12, you're close to 9,000 Rand a month. And we'll go through this fairly quickly. Month 24, you're now close to 28,000 Rand a month. Remember, you're doing 2 people on your first point every single month. 46,000 Rand by 3 years. By 4 years, you're close to 70,000 Rand a month. And by 5 years, you're going to be close to 85,000 Rand a month in recurring income. That's 1 million Rand a year. Imagine going to your day job and telling the people at your day job you earn 1 million Rand a year on the side. What can you tell your boss if you're earning 1 million Rand on the side? You can tell your boss anything. You can tell them what you really think about them. Why? Because you're earning 1 million Rand on the side. This is true liberation. When you're at liberty to do what you want because you don't do things out of necessity anymore. But this is all academic. And so we bring real wealth engineers onto stage every single month to share their stories with the public. Why? Because this is testimony. This is the review that we have of our business from real people doing the business. So this month, or last month, we brought up Peter. Peter has been in the business for 3 years. You can see there, we've paid him to date 72,000 Rand, or close to that. You can see how much work he's done. In the 3 years, he's connected 16 people on his first point. The 16 people have connected 231 people for Peter. And the size of his channel sitting at 11 points in size. Right? So that's just one example of one wealth engineer. Then we've got Francina. Francina's been in the business for half the time, 1.5 years. Her monthly return reached 6,000 Rand a month last month. Right? There's the work she's done. She's connected 19 people on her first point. Her channel's still small. Why? Because she's only been in the business for a year and a half. You will see that expand and expand and expand. Right? The 4 points have got 133 people in it. And this number can go up every single month. It can go up every single month. You don't have to wait once a year and ask your boss nicely just for 2% or 3%. This is what we're used to, right? Are we not used to that? You get a 3% increase, you think you're a winner in this economy. But inflation is sitting at what? 7, 8%? The business is designed to beat inflation. So we have thousands of people joining our business every single month. Everyone is different in our business, although the system is identical for everybody. And so again, the power lies with you. What do you want out of DuePoint? The table is full of money. You have to decide how much money you want. No one's going to dictate to you. You decide how much effort you put into this business, what you want out of the business, and whether you want to take everything on offer. Right? I'm going to speak to you about a couple of incentives. You want even more opportunity out of this business? There is more waiting for you. This is just the returns program. On top of the returns program, we've got an XP rewards program. So this is when we reward you when your channel gets to certain sizes, right? The milestones in size. We call them ranks. The first notable rank is at rank 5. We give you a fancy little business toolkit from DuePoint that allows you to look more professional when you prospect. Right? For me, merchandise is so important. We have so few people, or not enough people, ordering business cards from DuePoint. If you're going to go out and do business and profess to be a believer in DuePoint, and you're going out trying to propagate DuePoint, you have to look like you believe and trust in the business. And you cannot do that if you don't have business cards. And so you can see you get business cards, you get a memory bank, you get notebook, there's a cap, pen, there's a whole bunch of things in the business toolkit. Why? Because first impressions count for a lot in business. If I was standing up here in my pajamas, what would you think of me and my business? You think this guy's a joke, right? But when I do business, I have to treat everyone professionally because I want you to know that we are a professional business. And when you go out, you have to do the same thing. You have to do the same thing. At rank 7, we take those business cards and we upgrade them to 17,000 Rand business cards. Think about that. Think about spending 17,000 Rand on one set of business cards just for you. Why? Because when you sit down at a meeting and you put a 17,000 Rand business card on the table, people listen very carefully to what you have to say when you talk about DuePoint. Because no one's ever seen 17,000 Rand business cards. They want to know, how did you get them? How can you afford such expensive business cards? And you show them. You say, through DuePoint. At rank 9, this is one everyone aspires to, because when you get to rank 9, you're going to have 1,000 products in your qualified channel. You'll be earning about 20,000 Rand a month, and we get to take you and your family to our rank 9 international conference, not once, but every single year going forward. Every single year. We fly business class. We get a black card to come pick you up at your house and your family. You leave your wallet in the drawer next to your bed. You bring your passport. That's it, right? We don't want you taking your wallet out, ever. It doesn't matter where you are. We will pick you up. We will get you to an airport. We'll get you to our Tambo. We'll go to business class lounge. You can eat all the food in the business class lounge. If it's your first time, you must eat all the food in the business class lounge. Get onto the flight, business class, with your family, sitting in business class. That's when you start Facebooking. Why? Because this is a prospecting tool. It is a prospecting tool. How many people have you spoken to that told you no? Those things don't work. No, those things are scams. No, show me when you're successful, then I'll come join you. When you're sitting in business class with your family, you're going to show everybody. And I promise you, your inbox will fill up. So take a look at what this trip looks like. It's a 5-star luxury destination. It's 7 days away, and it's an all-expenses paid trip, including the mini bar in the hotel. Your kids can polish the mini bar off every day. They'll restock it. And you won't have to worry about spending a cent. How does that look for everybody? Would you like to join us every single year for the rest of your life? Yes, me too. The record is 5 months. 5 months to get to rank 9. You can go from 0 to 20,000 Rand a month in 5 months and know that you're coming with us to rank 9 at the end of the year. We've already block booked business class tickets. We've already today making the first tranche of payment to the resort that we're going to. Who's coming with us? I'm looking around. I see hands. Every time I present, there's hands going up. I'm coming. I'm coming. It's not my decision. It's your decision. 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 buying you a brand new car. Who would like to have a car in the garage knowing that there's no debit order at the end of the month? No installment. The car's paid off in cash and we put it in your name. It's yours. Right? Wealth Engineers did this in under 2 years. So again, it is up to you what you want. This is our rewards program. We're at rank 11. The rewards program goes up to rank 28. This is early days. 2 years is early days. You can do all of this in 1 year if you want to. You are the accelerator and the handbrake. But our business is actually built on the necessity of the products that we provide out of DuePoint. This business is all about wealth creation. And the products lend to that principle because our products are designed to protect your wealth. They're designed to protect the livelihood of your family. So our first product is called Access Wealth. It's an investment and an insurance product rolled into one. It's going to cost you only 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand goes into a tax-free investment fund every single month in your name. You've got full access to that account. You can draw your investment out at any stage. And then the insurance aspect is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. So if you're killed in any form of accident, regardless of your health status, we don't do blood tests and send nurses. We don't want to know what your blood sugar is. We will pay out that 120,000 Rand to your family. Then we've got Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is going to cost you only 249 Rand. This is only insurance. So this time you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. And what we try to do with our products, as with our business, is make our products accessible to everybody without discrimination against your age or your health status. Right? I know. The moment you become diabetic, it's very difficult to get health insurance. Right? I've got a friend that I cycle with. He's fit, strong man, 50 years old, diabetic, can't get life insurance. They won't give it to him. They just say, go look somewhere else. With our products, with Access Wealth, with Wealth Guard, as long as you're over the age of 18, you can take out our product. The premium remains the same for everybody, regardless of how old you get. Right? And so the products become accessible to everybody. Then we've got Family Wealth, probably the best funeral cover product in the country at the moment. Why? Because I constantly compare us to other businesses that launch funeral cover products, right? And there isn't one better than Family Wealth. So Family Wealth costs you 299 Rand per month. It covers up to 5 family members. You get 20,000 Rands worth of cover for yourself and each of those family members. We also give you, the principal member, 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. So upon your death, if you have any debt, we will pay up to 10,000 Rands worth of that. And you can increase this product to 30,000 Rands of cover, as well as up to 10 family members. And again, we don't discriminate against any pre-existing conditions. Right? So anyone can take out the product. This product is limited to 70 years age. So you've got to be between 18 and 70. But once you're in the product, right, once you get in, it becomes whole of life. So we don't cancel you. You can get to 85, 95, 105. You'll still be covered with Family Wealth. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to reduce your monthly expenditure. So that money that you spend every single month, your cost of living every single month, we try to reduce that cost. Why? Because we've gone and partnered with a whole plethora of businesses. For 299 Rand a month, you get to enjoy the discounts and the services that those businesses have offered us. And so, if you engage with these partners that we have here, you'll hopefully lower your monthly expenditure. And if you're able to lower your monthly expenditure, you're able to get to debt-free status faster. Right? Do you understand the power of this product? This is not actually a financial product, but it's got financial benefits. Right? And we are always adding new partners to this business without any increase in the subscription fee. So those are the 4 products, again, built with necessity, accessibility to South Africans. The people that want to get to rank 11, 12, 13 in 1 year, it's possible. I'm waiting for the first person to do it, right? Because at the beginning of this year, we launched the 365 Challenge. The 365 Challenge challenges you to connect 365 people in 365 days. That's one person a day on average. What happens if you do that? Well, at the end of 12 months, you'll probably be earning from DuePoint as a return about 50,000 Rand a month, right? So think about your life this time next year. 50,000 Rand a month. You'll probably be at about rank 13, 14. So you'll have the business pack, the business cards. You'll have the rank 9 holiday with your family every single year. You'll have the car in your garage with no installment. You might have the Mediterranean cruise every single year. And then if you do it in the time frame, we'll give you an extra 365,000 Rand. And if you can average 30 people a month, we'll give you an extra 15,000 Rand every single month on top of your return that you're earning. That's on offer. For the people that think they can connect one person a day, you've got to speak to 5 people a day to connect one. So now figure out how to speak to 5 people a day. Not whether they're going to say yes or no, just how to speak to 5 people a day. It is that simple. So that's the short-term incentive. Well, 1 year is a pretty much short-term incentive. We've got the even shorter-term incentive. This is the Achiever Quest. This is where I told you that if you do an average of 30 a day, we'll give you an extra 15,000 Rand a month. If you do 10 in a month who connect to DuePoint and pay in their first month, we will give you 5,000 Rand on top of your return for that month. If you do 20 new wealth engineers who pay in the same month, we'll give you 10,000 Rand on top of your return. And if you do 30, we will give you 15,000 Rand on top of your return. And if you do that for 12 months in a row, that's an extra 180,000 Rand that you would have earned on top of your returns, and then you get the extra 365,000 cash check for doing the 365 Challenge. We will make you a millionaire in 1 year. I look at your faces when I say that, and I'm wondering, are you worried about the challenge? You go, they won't pay that. This is a marketing ploy. Or are you thinking, that's impossible. How can I speak to 5 people a day? Challenge yourself. Even if you don't get the 365 Challenge, even if you get halfway, if you only do half, you'll probably get to rank 9. You'll be earning 20-something thousand a month. That's only if you get halfway in the 365 Challenge. You can do that in a year. We had an individual that got to rank 9 in 5 months, right? And he didn't connect one person a day. He connected 16. He just got lucky with the 16 that he connected. They grew like wildfire, the people that he connected, right? Build a strong team. You build a strong team, it makes your life a lot easier at DuePoint. But I would definitely plan to achieve that. Tomorrow, I go down to Port Elizabeth. I'm not driving, I'm flying. That's what some people say to me, why haven't you left yet? What do you think? I'm taking a bicycle to PE. I'm flying to PE. I'm flying to PE tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. I suspect that you still have opportunity to connect people in the Eastern Cape to this encounter. I'm going down for a few hours. We're going to do a business seminar. It's an intro, it's training, it's motivation, all built into one. Why? Because I want to help you build your channels out the Eastern Cape. If you know anyone in the Eastern Cape, get them to this encounter. I will get them into the business. I will empower them to start helping you build your channel out the Eastern Cape and start earning money out the Eastern Cape. You don't want a local channel. You want a national channel with DuePoint. That's the power of this business because everything runs off your mobile phone. Why not have a national channel, right? So I'm hoping that the room is going to be full. I'm hoping I'm going to go to the hotel staff and say, we need more chairs. We need more chairs because there's too many people here. That's what I want. But that's on you. You have to do the invitations. So what is the decision? The decision in this business, because this 35-minute presentation is not a presentation, it's a business proposition. I'm proposing, I'm inviting you to come join DuePoint. What is your answer? I told someone, don't worry, I won't ask you questions. You don't have to answer. But what have you decided? Have you decided, yes, I want to be a millionaire. Yes, I want to be prosperous. Yes, I don't want to have to worry about money and the economy and inflation. More importantly, you have to be intentional about your decision. You've got to decide, well, how on earth am I going to do this business tomorrow? Or even this afternoon? How am I going to speak to people? What am I going to tell them when I speak to them? How am I going to get them in front of an intro presentation? That is intentional. And you need intentional decisions if you want change. It's not deciding you want. Everyone wants. You have to decide how now to do. That is the decision you need to make. Right? A little bit of background on Constantia, because this is very important. If you're going to go out and be a wealth engineer, you're going to be a proponent, a brand ambassador. You're going to be representing DuePoint. And when you speak to people about DuePoint, they're going to look in your eyes and go, can I trust this person? Do I see belief? Do they even believe in DuePoint? Are they professional about this professional business? Because you're the first person they meet. DuePoint comes out of your mouth. Are they going to look at you and go, oh, DuePoint looks like a good business? Or do they look at you and go, leave me alone? Go do some background checking on us, because you have to start building trust in this business if you're going to take a step forward with us. You must believe in the business, right? So go look at Constantia's history. Go onto the website. They've got all the information there. Our website. We're listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. So you know that we are audited, we're regulated, and we're listed. This is a credible South African business. You can come to our office and you can meet the executives. We're not hiding in another country or on the internet or behind an email address. We're here to do business. I'm here to create long-term relationships. When you get to rank 9, our families will be going on holiday together. I'm going to see you in your Speedo and your bikini. We are going to create intimate relationships for the people that create wealth in this business, right? We want long-term relationships, not short-term. Short-term is a waste of time for you and for me. Long-term relationships, that's where change happens, right? That's where the prosperity lies. There's the FSP number that we operate under. You'll see all our financial licenses are on display outside. They're on our website. You can go to the FSCA website if you want to. Type in Constantia. You see all the licenses come up there. And with that, I don't want to waste too much time. We're going to do the draw. Who wants to win an iPhone? It's not mahala for everybody. It's only for the people that partook in the election day XP Quest. The requirement on election day while you were standing in queues, waiting to cast your ballot, was you had to register 3 prospects on your mobile app. You had to connect one person, right? So one person had to join, and then you had to share your prospecting in the queues on our Facebook page. And if you did all 3 of those things, you would have got 10,000 XP and you went into the draw for a brand new Apple iPhone 5S. So I'm going to ask Donnie to pull a name out because Jane says I don't look trustworthy. So Donnie can be our KPMG. Oh no, KPMG is not a good one. Another auditor. Choose a name. Oh geez, Donnie's got such big hands he can't even get into the jar. Sibusiso Mabele. He's in PE. My friend, we've got an Apple iPhone for you. So if you're in PE, I will meet you there tomorrow morning and I will give it to you in front of the crowd down there too. So congratulations. Well done for working on a day when most people are just relaxing. That's what our business is about, is making money while other people are sitting on the couch. Right? So congratulations to you. And for the rest of you guys, I wish you a prosperous year. If you have any questions, go speak to the person that introduced you to DuePoint. If you don't like their answer, you're welcome to come speak to me. I will be around. We're on the live chat if you want to ask any questions on the chat. Good luck. Good luck for 2019. May it be a prosperous year for all of us. Thank you.